Hi guys, this is Sheila again, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful bralette. It's in color maroon. I've made some more in different colors. This is a yellow version, and I'm going to be taking you through each and every step of the way so that you can be able to achieve this beautiful summer bralette. You can wear it on high waist jeans or shorts or anything you want, or a boho skirt. This would be a perfect match for so many outfits. So I'm going to be showing you how to make everything, and for this tutorial you'll be needing any medium weight yarn and a 2.75mm hook. I think that's it, and a pair of scissors. Yeah. This tutorial is going to be measurement based. As you know, most of my tutorials are. I tell you what to do basing on your measurements. This is one of those tutorials, and let's get started. For this tutorial you'll need any medium weight yarn or like a weight 4, weight 3 yarn. Since I don't have that, I'll be doubling my yarn. This is robin, but it's very thin, so I'll be doubling it. And you'll need a 2.75mm crochet hook. So the first thing we are going to do is to create bra cups. So for the bra cups, what you'll need to do is to make a slip knot. Make a slip knot, and then you're going to make a chain that's from your nipple, because the bra cups are going to be placed like this, not like the usual bra cups. They're going to be placed like this, horizontally, not vertically. So your nipple should be at this point. Make a chain from your nipple up to where you want the bra cup to stop. I hope I'm clear. From your nipple up to where you want the bra cup to stop. So for me that was 16 chains. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. This was enough for me to get the measurement that I needed. So you're going to chain 3 more, 1, 2, 3, and then double crochet in the 4th chain from hook, and then you're going to double crochet all the way down to the end of this chain. So make sure you don't skip any chain. Place a double crochet in each and every chain. So as you know, I usually don't give a specific number because most of my tutorials are measurement based. So you do what suits your size and follow the same exact instructions. So I'm coming to my very last chain. So in this last chain I'll do 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, and then chain 2, and then 3 more double crochets in that very chain. That's what you should have. And now we are going to be working on this other side of the chain. So go into the next stitch and place a double crochet and make a double crochet in each and every chain. Make sure you don't skip any. So as you can see, I'm weaving in the other string as I work the back side. So I just hold it along and sew it into that same exact row so that I don't have to deal with it later. So 1 double crochet in each and every chain. So we are just doing the same exact thing that we did on this other side. And then when you come to the end, don't miss this stitch, that very last stitch. Make sure you place a double crochet in there. So this is what you should have. So we are going to be working like this. This is the base of the bra cup and this is the tip of the bra cup. So we are going to row 2 and then you're going to chain 3, and this is the row that we are going to keep continuing until we get the desired size of bra cup. So chain 3, place a double crochet in the next double crochet because this chain 3 is attached to the very first stitch. So go into the second stitch and double crochet there and keep double crocheting until you reach the chain 2 space at the tip of the bra cup. So place 1 double crochet in each and every stitch all the way up. So when you do your very last double crochet before the chain 2 space, so in this space you're going to place 2 double crochets in there, 1, 2, and after the 2 double crochets you're going to chain 2 and place 2 more double crochets in that stitch, in that same space. 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets. So go into the next stitch with a double crochet and go all the way to the end of the row with 1 double crochet in each stitch. And so we are going to repeat row 2 until you have the desired size that you want for your bra cup. So it doesn't matter whether you're a small or a medium or a large, just do as many rows as you need for full coverage of your bust area. So don't forget, the way to find out whether the bra cup is okay is to place it horizontally, because the top that we are doing doesn't require vertical bra cups. We need them horizontal. So make sure you do a row, and then this tip should be in the exact middle of your bust, the exact middle of your chest. Then this is going to be covering the breasts, but this tip should be the exact middle of your chest. So like this bra cup is finished. This covers my breast, but this tip is placed in the exact middle of my chest. So just base on this and then stretch out your piece and make sure it covers your breasts entirely. And then just repeat row 2 until you have full coverage. 1, 2, 3, chain 3, turn your work, and then do the same exact thing that we did for row 2. So we are going to repeat that same row until we have full coverage for our bra cups, and you're going to do 2 of them, so that when we come back I'll be teaching you how to join them and we work on the upper and lower designs. Don't forget, when you come to the chain 2 space, you'll place 2 double crochets, chain 2 and 2 more double crochets, and then go all the way down and finish up that row. So go ahead and do as many rows as you need for your coverage, and we shall meet when we are doing the upper and lower designs. Okay, so this is what I needed for my full coverage. I've done a total of 7 rows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. 7 rows were enough for me to have the full coverage. As you can see, I'm a size small, so 7 was enough, but this can fit from extra small to small, maybe some mediums. So you're going to go ahead and do the same exact thing, though for the next bra cup you're going to stop at the second last row. You can see this is 7 rows and this is 6 rows, so I'm going to be working my 7th row and at the same time attaching it to this bra cup. So for the final row you're going to chain 3 and turn just like you've been doing, and then double crochet all the way to the chain 2. So I had to show you this part because it differs a bit. So double crochet all the way to the chain 2 space. So let's finish here and I show you what to do at this point at the chain 2 space. So when you get to the chain 2 space, you can see I've reached my chain 2 space. You're going to place your 2 double crochets like you've been doing for the previous rows. And now you're going to chain 1, remove your hook, grab your bra cup. You should make sure the sides you want to face outwards are the ones facing you right now. So this is the right side and this is the right side. So remove your hook, insert it in the chain 2 space here of the other bra cup, and then pull this loop through, and then you chain your second chain and finish up this bra cup. So you're going to place 2 more double crochets in the chain 2 space and then go all the way down, finishing up this row. So we are finishing the seventh row of our bra cup. That's for size small, but if you did more rows, this is how to finish up the final row so that we work while our work is joined already. So you should have that shape right now. So go all the way down and finish up your final row. Okay, so this is done. We should have this right now. So whatever size you did, this is the shape of your top right now. So we are going to be working on the upper side of our top. That's the mesh part that goes to the chest area and then into the neck. So from here, you're going to chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and turn your work. Turn it to this side. You're going to skip 1 stitch. So this one is already attached to this chain. So skip this one and go into the next stitch and do a double crochet. Chain 1. Skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next. Chain 1. Skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next. So we are doing the mesh pattern here up. So chain 1, skip the next stitch, double crochet in the next. So go all the way down until you reach the joining part. So I'm going to be showing you what to do when you get to the middle space. So keep going. So right now I have 2 stitches left, and then the joining, I'm going to skip those 2 stitches and then directly okay, skip these 2, skip the space, and then count off 2 stitches on this side and directly go into the 3rd stitch. So we are trying to balance what we did on this side on the other side, and double crochet there. So this is what you should have. Chain 1 and continue doing the mesh pattern. Chain 1, double crochet in the next stitch, chain 1, skip 1 stitch, double crochet in the next stitch. So we're doing the same exact thing that we've done on this side. So I'm going to chain 1 and place a double crochet in my very last stitch there. So this is what you should have right now. So you're going to chain 4 again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Turn your work. And now what we are going to do, we are going to skip this and then go into the next double crochet with a double crochet. Chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet. So we are just doing literally the same thing. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next double crochet. So when you get to this double crochet, remember these are the 2 double crochets that are joined without any chain space in between. So when you get to the second last one before the joined double crochets, you're just going to skip over them, and still you're not going to chain 1 here. We are going to do something exactly like this. So you're going to skip over all this and then directly go into the next double crochet. So your work should look like this. So it should be narrowing down when it's going up because we are skipping some stitches in the middle. So after this, you're going to chain 1 and continue with the same exact pattern until the end of the row. Chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, so the length of this will depend on someone's chest area, how long it is, because we all differ in size. So while you work on this part, you're going to keep trying on until you have something that's comfortable for you, because you may make very many rows and it becomes uncomfortable. And this is the pattern we are going to keep repeating until we get the coverage of the chest that we want. So when you get here, you're going to chain 4 again, just like for row 2 of the mesh, and we are going to do the same exact thing. Okay, so we're at the middle section. So you will directly go into this stitch, skipping these 2 stitches. We're not going to chain 1 in between because we are joining to the other side. Go into the next stitch and do a double crochet. You see, like these middle stitches are looking exactly the same because I'm doing the same exact thing when it comes to the middle section. So let me go ahead and do some more rows and I'll be letting you know how many I did in the end. Then we shall come to the downer section. Okay, so right now I've done a total of 7 rows of mesh. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. I want us to first finish up the upper part and then we shall come back to the lower part. So I'm going to switch hooks to a 3.75 and then I do the straps because I want them to be a bit stronger and thicker. So get a bigger size hook, like 1 step ahead of what you've been using. So this is a 2.75 and this is a 3.75, and then I'm going to chain 3 and then double crochet in that same space like that, then chain 3, double crochet in the space in between the stitches, and we are going to repeat that until we have a long strap. So chain 3, double crochet in between the stitches below. So this is all we are going to do for this, and I'll let you know how many of these I made, how many of these. And maybe we can measure the inches. Okay, so I've made a very long strap, and there are about 50 of these, and when stretched the strap is around 40 inches. So these 40 inches are enough for me. I'll chain one and then I cut my yarn, and now you're going to attach your yarn on the other side where you're supposed to place the second strap. So get your top. This side is done, so you can see the effect it creates. It creates a very beautiful effect on the strap instead of having just a plain string. So get to this side, attach your yarn here in this corner, and we're going to do the same exact thing as we've done on this other side. So chain 3 and then double crochet in this same exact space, chain 3, double crochet in the 2 stitches below, chain 3, double crochet in the 2 stitches below. So you can see how it builds up. So I'm going to go ahead and do 50 of these like I've done on the other side. So this is how you build up your strap. Go ahead and do the same exact one like this one on this other side. Okay, so right now we are done with the straps, and this is how they look like. We are going to drop the 3.75 and we are going to go back to our 2.75 millimeter hook. And now we are going to be working on the downer part of the top. We shall work on the edges after everything. So I'm going to attach my yarn on this side and make a chain of 15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. So I'm going to chain one extra one just to secure my yarn. So this extra one is just to tighten this part. And then for this side, I'm going to attach my yarn. Attach my yarn and then chain 15. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So after 15, you're going to chain 2 more and double crochet in the 4th chain from hook. So 1, 2, 3, in the 4th chain, you're going to double crochet. And then you double crochet along that chain. After you work on that string that we had made, that chain string, you're going to move onto the body and you start placing 1 double crochet in each and every stitch. So we're going to place these until you have 2 stitches away from the exact middle of your bra cups. So go ahead and continue placing 1 double crochet in each and every stitch. Right now I'm 2 stitches away from the exact middle of my bra cups. So you can see there's this one and this one, then the chain 2 space. So you're going to chain 3, 1, 2, 3, and then skip over, count 2 stitches on this side, 1, 2, and then double crochet in the 3rd. Then continue to double crochet in each and every stitch at the bottom of your top. So your work at this point should look like this. Okay, so I've gone ahead to do 1 double crochet all the way to the end, and then also onto the chain that we had done on the side, the chain that was on the side here. So this is how your work should look like. This is one side and this is the other side. So we are going to come back, we're going to chain 3 and then chain 1 more, because this row is going to be the mesh row. So a chain of 4 and then skip the next stitch and then double crochet in the next. So this is what we are going to repeat along this row. Chain 1, skip the next chain, and then double crochet in the next. So that's all we are going to do for this row. To create these holes. So you can see here, I've reached somewhere around the middle section. So I have 1 stitch left. So I'll chain 1, skip that stitch, and go into this space with 1 double crochet, and then chain 1. What you do on this side is what you do on the other side. So I'll chain 1, skip this stitch, and then double crochet in the next. So that I balance what I did on this side and what I did on the other side. So go ahead with the same exact pattern and keep placing 1 double crochet after every stitch with a chain 1 in between. So I'm placing my very last stitch, which is a double crochet in the very last stitch. So this is how our work looks like right now. And now we're going to be working on the next row. The next row is going to be the same as the previous row. So you're going to chain 3, the previous row from this row. So it's going to be like this one. So chain 3, turn your work. So you can see your top has started gaining shape. Let me first remove the straps out of the way. You can see the bra cups. The top is accommodating something. It looks like bra cups. And at this point, if you want something very short, you can even stop it here. But you're going to go ahead and do some designs at the bottom. So you're going to chain 3. Then now for this row we shall be placing 1 double crochet in the space and then 1 double crochet in the stitch. We want to get back to this number of stitches of this row. So we shall be placing 1 in the space and 1 in the stitch. So go ahead and do that all the way to the end of the row. 1 double crochet in the space, in the chain 1 space, and 1 double crochet in the stitch. So this is all you're going to do for this row. Okay, so when you get to the end of the row, you will place 1 double crochet in the space and then 1 final double crochet in the very last stitch on top of the chain 3, and that will be your very last stitch. So after this, after your very last stitch of this row, we are going to do something a bit different. So you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then you're going to skip 2 stitches and then single crochet in the 3rd, like that. So chain 3, skip 2 stitches and single crochet in the 3rd. So that's the repeat for this row. Chain 3, skip 2 stitches, single crochet in the 3rd. So that's all we are going to do for this row. So right now I'm done with this row, and I've just been chaining 3 and double crocheting in the 3rd stitch, skipping 2 stitches, single crocheting in the 3rd stitch. So that's done. So for the next row you're going to do the same thing, but this time we have loops. So you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and then you're going to single crochet in this very first loop, then chain 3, go into the next loop and single crochet. So this one will appear small since it's on the edge, then this one will be a bit bigger. So for the third space you're going to place 7 double crochets. So these are 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So after your 7 double crochets you're going to single crochet in the next loop, and then you're going to chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So now we have 2 loops after this shell. You're going to chain 3 and then single crochet in the next loop. So we have 3 loops after the shell, so we're going to create another shell. So go into the next loop with 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So these are 7 double crochets. Go into the next loop with a single crochet, chain 3, single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, single crochet into the next loop, chain 3, single crochet into the next loop. So that brings us back to 3 loops after the shell. That's exactly what we did here. So go into the next space with 7 double crochets. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So after your 7 double crochets you're going to go into the next loop with a single crochet, and then you're going to chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. That's what you should have. Then in the next space, in the next loop, you're going to place 7 double crochets. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So after your 7th you're going to single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So I'll be showing you the whole way, like all the steps, because this part really gets a bit challenging, especially for beginners. You can easily get lost along the way. So I'll be showing you every step of the way. Then these are 2 loops and we need 1 more loop after the shell. So chain 3 and single crochet in the next loop. And now the next loop will get 7 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. Single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So right now our work is not perfectly balanced. You can see that there's something that went on around here. So if you experience something like that, you can see this shell is more like it's next to the middle and this one is a bit further. Try to find a way to balance the two sides if you want the middle section to really look perfect. So I'm going to take out this a bit and I move back to the middle. So the middle is going to have 2 loops before another shell. So there's this and this, 2 loops instead of 3. All the rest will have 3 in between, but the middle section will have 2, just in order to balance the left side with the right side. I did this on purpose so that I can show you that it's always not a perfect count of stitches. Sometimes people will get some challenges along the way and they don't know how to go about them. So after those 2 loops, place 7 double crochets in the next loop, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So this will have 3 because here there were 3. We are balancing the left and the right side. So in the next loop, place 7 double crochets, then single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So here there will be 3 because here there were 3. Then in the next loop you'll have 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Then in the next loop you'll make a single crochet, chain 3. In the next loop you'll place a single crochet and then you'll chain 1 and then double crochet at the base of this row. You make a double crochet. So this marks the end of this row and we've tried to balance the 2 sides. So we're going to start the next row. So we are moving on to our next row. This is where we left off. For this row you're going to chain 3, turn your work, and now we are not going to place anything in this very first loop. Go into the second loop and single crochet, then you're going to chain 1 and then double crochet in the very first double crochet of the shell, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next. So you should have a total of 7 double crochets since we had 7 stitches. So make sure you chain 1 every after each double crochet. So this is what we have. Then you're going to chain 1 and then go into the next loop with 1 single crochet, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. Then you're going to chain 1. When you get to the next shell, chain 1 and then do the same exact thing. 1 double crochet in each of the double crochets below with a chain 1 in between. Like that. I'm sorry for the change of color, but the maroon I have differs in the shades, but it's okay. Then after the 7th double crochet, you're going to chain 1 and then single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. That's what you should have. We are creating the shells but making them wider. So you're going to chain 1 and do the same exact thing as we did for the previous shells. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. You're going to do this in each of the double crochets below. Like that. Then you're going to chain 1 and then single crochet in the next loop. Then you chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. Then you chain 1 because now we've reached the next shell. Then you're going to double crochet in the first double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next. So that's the repeat for this row. That's what you're going to do. Chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. You should remember that if you want to cross check, you should make sure these are 7, since we had 7 stitches here. So you're going to chain 1 and then single crochet in the loop below, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So you can see the shells, sorry, you can see your shells popping out. Then you're going to chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet. So go ahead and finish up this row. So after your very last shell, you're going to chain 1, single crochet in the next loop, then you're going to chain 3, and then you single crochet in the very last loop there. Then you're going to chain 3 and turn your work. And now you're going to single crochet in this very loop. Then you're going to chain 2, single crochet in the first double crochet, then chain 2, double crochet in the first double crochet, then chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet. So remember, the previous row we had chain 1, chain 1. So for this row we are literally doing the same thing but with chain 2. So chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, double crochet, chain 2, and double crochet. These double crochets should also be 7 because that's what we are following. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So after this you're going to chain 2 and then single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 2 because now we are going on to the next shell, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 2, double crochet in the next double crochet, and continue doing that. Like that. Then when you get to your 7th double crochet here, you're going to chain 2 and then single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop. So we are now on the next shell. You're going to chain 2, double crochet, 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 chain 2, double crochet. So this should be your very last double crochet. It's the 7th. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So after this, remember the middle had fewer loops. So at this point you're going to chain 2 and single crochet in this loop like that. Then you're going to chain 2 and go straight onto the first double crochet on the next shell, chain 2, double crochet, 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 chain 2, double crochet. So after your 7th, you're going to chain 2, single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, and then chain 2 and get back to the next shell and do the same exact thing until the end of the row. So double crochet, chain 2, 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 single crochet in the next loop, chain 3, single crochet in the next loop, chain 2. We are going on to the last shell, chain 2, double crochet, 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 chain 2, and now we are done. And we are going to go into this very last loop with a single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 1 and double crochet at the base of the previous chain, the previous row, like that. So we are going to our very last row. You can see the shells are balanced, the work looks symmetrical. I always focus on this so that the middle section doesn't look off, because if you were to have a shell here and no shell here, it would be completely visible. So for the next row, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. And now this is our very final row. You're going to single crochet in this very first loop. Then you're going to single crochet in this stitch, in this space, sorry, the very first space, chain 4, and then single crochet again. So we are trying to make some little loops there. So single crochet in the next space, chain 4, single crochet again in the same space. This will create a beautiful edging. Single crochet, chain 4, single crochet again in the same space, single crochet, chain 4, single crochet in the same space. So this is how your work will look like. Okay, so your work should look like this. So after this, you're going to go straight into this loop and single crochet there. You're not going to put anything. Then go into the next shell and do the same exact thing. So the loop below just got 1 single crochet. Then 1 single crochet in the next space, chain 4, and single crochet again in the same space, and continue to do that. So this has created very small loops at the edge of our shells, and I think they're pretty. So we've come to the end of this shell. So this down loop is going to get one single crochet, and then we move to the next shell with one single crochet, chain 4, and one single crochet in the same space. So we are going to continue to do that until the end of the row. So when you get here to the middle of your work, remember we don't have a loop left at the center. Since we had fewer loops, you will just go into the next space, into the next shell, and do the same exact thing. You won't change anything. So this one has a loop, so you'll go into that loop with one single crochet and start on the next shell. So we're about to get done. We're just left with this part. We're just left with one more shell. So in this space we shall place one single crochet and then start working on the very last shell, placing one single crochet, chain 4, and one single crochet in each and every space. So after placing your last single crochet in the very last space, you will go into this very last loop and place a single crochet, and then you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. So at this point we are done with the lower bit we are done designing the lower part of our top, and all that's left is to work on the edging of our top, especially on the sides. It's still hanging. It's not as neat as we want it to be, so we're going to just go ahead and do some rows on the sides to make it neat. So you're going to grab your yarn and you're going to reattach it. Here is our side, and you're going to count 2 stitches away from this point. So 2 stitches away is here, because we're going to be working on the side of the top. So we're going to be placing 2 half double crochets in each and every double crochet side, double crochet space. So go into the very first one with a half double crochet and another half double crochet. Then go into the next double crochet space with 2 half double crochets. So you're going to go into each and every double crochet space with 2 half double crochets. Like that. I think this is neater than what we had before. So these are just final touches to make the piece look more beautiful and more finished. So after this, you're going to also go into these spaces of the mesh pattern with 2 half double crochets in each and every double crochet space. So this is the very last one. So this is what you should have. And now we're going to find a way of skipping over to this side. So you're going to place 2 more in this space. So this is a total of 4 here. Then you're going to put aside the strap to the back. And then do 2 more in that same space, but on the other side of the strap. Something like this. The strap will be at the back. So go ahead and place 2 half double crochets in each and every space. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So 2, 2 in each and every space. When you get here to the middle, you're going to place 1 half double crochet in between, and then go into the next space with 2 half double crochets, and just proceed normally as you've been doing on the other side. So when you get to the last one, you're going to place 2 here, and then you put the strap to the back and place a total of 4 on the other side of the strap, but in the same space, like the same thing we've done on this side here. So you're going to go ahead and finish up with 2 half double crochets in each of the next double crochet spaces. Like that. So go all the way down, and I'll be showing you what to do when you come to the end. So here we are at the end of the row, and now you're going to count 2 stitches in and then slip stitch. Count 2 stitches and slip stitch after the second stitch, and then you're going to chain 1 and cut your yarn. And at this point, I think we are done with our top. We are done with all the basics. Let me go ahead and weave in all the ends, and I'll be showing you how to work with the straps. Okay, so I'm done weaving in all my ends. Sorry, I had one left. And right now I'm going to be showing you how to wear this top. This is my right side. I've chosen this as my right side of my work. This is the right side of my work, and this is the wrong side. So you're going to turn your work to the wrong side. Of course, your body is going to be in here. And then you get the strap on this side and put it through this mesh, the mesh row. You weave it through there, and do the same for this strap. This will mean we are going to have an X at the back of our top. That is the X, because this side has come to the other side. So we shall be having an X at the back. Then you're going to find the bottom of your work and weave it through the base, anywhere near the base, and then also do the same on the other side. Whichever is comfortable for you, you place them where it's comfortable for your body type. So this is our top, and after this you can tie your straps. And yeah, this is the end of our tutorial. I hope you liked every step of it, and I can't wait for your versions, for your color combinations, for your color choices. Make sure to tag me when you're done with this top and I see what you came up with. I'm always very happy to see your work, and thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, to like, give a thumbs up if you liked the tutorial, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.